Hello everyone, Darcinovia here. This is my second take on the video. Anyway, this is a video I promised I would be doing last night. Of course, it's some people who assumed I'd be doing it the following day, Saturday, but this is actually Friday I'm actually doing it. At the time I did it, it was late at night. So, let's get on with the video. This is something that's been on my mind for a while now. I'm going to cover multiple different topics in this video. I'm going to bring up the billboard and the gatekeeper topic, because Matt Wilkins did one about almost 2 weeks ago about gatekeepers. And I'm going to cover all that in one, because I feel like this is the video I should have made months ago. But honestly, the billboard wasn't up yet. But since the billboard has been up, my points has been reinforced even further. And I'm just going to explain that in detail. Back in the simpler days, I'm just going to give you just a little personal experience. It was simple to be a Star Wars fan. It didn't matter if you read a book, a comic, played a video game, watched the movies, watched the TV shows. All you had to do was love something related to Star Wars, and you were a Star Wars fan. It's none of this stupid bullshit that we have to deal with now. Where, oh, you're either with us or you're against us. The stupid fucking Civil War bullshit that's been going on, since the decanonization of the expanded universe. I'm pretty sure this was already boiling already, but because of the decanonization of the EU, it just gave the people who hated the expanded universe some more ground to go on, so they could denounce it and anyone that says anything about it. And the thing is, this shit happens only in the Star Wars franchise. No other franchise I've ever been a part of has ever done this to this extent. I can tell you through personal experience. As someone who is a fan of the Ninja Turtles franchise, and the video game series Sonic the Hedgehog, I've dealt with a lot of fucking bad fanboys. Ninja Turtles refuses to acknowledge anything other than the original cartoon in the original movies. There's some part of the fan base. Of course, they're the nostalgia tards, so their opinions don't really matter. Even if we do have a disagreement with them, it doesn't exhalate to the shit that does in Star Wars, where you have people on both sides doing death threats or trolling people who don't support the new direction to the extent you have Star Wars. I don't understand what is wrong with you guys. If you guys are even watching this video, highly doubt it. Does it really bother you that we don't follow the new canon? Does it? What do you gain if we only care about the Legends universe along with the first 6 movies? Some of us in the movement don't even care about the prequels. What do you gain? Nothing. Except wasted time. Is this how... do you have some sort of twisted satisfaction of seeing people suffer? Seeing people you just want to watch the world burn? That's what it seems like you guys do. You guys need some mental help, seriously. I've never encountered a franchise where I've encountered where I feel uncomfortable being a fan out in the open, where just saying that I like the prequels or anything that isn't the new stuff, Episode 7 or Rebels or any of the new canon, I get attacked in droves. Even some people who were EU fans who read the new canon do this too. What is wrong with you? Do you expect people just to simply everyone to accept the new canon? You guys are fucking ridiculous. No, it is impossible to enjoy every aspect of a franchise. It is impossible. Some of us have certain standards. And for me, I thought The Force Awakens was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. It had no soul. And I felt insulted as a fan of Star Wars seeing that movie. And the Rogue One trailer, I felt insulted. But if people who are currently following that, they want to watch those movies, that's fine. But leave those who just minimally, we just want at least the stories that were left hanging finished. Is that such a hard thing to ask for? Is that so freaking difficult? No, it isn't. In fact, I guarantee you, it'd be way cheaper than making a multi-million-dollar movie that's over 100 million plus. We're not asking for movies. We're just asking for the storylines that we followed for years to get continued. To actually get the ending that we want. I want to know the final fates of Jaina and Ben. Not freaking Kylo Ren, Ben Skywalker. I want to know what happens to the big three in the original canon. I want to know why the Skywalkers and the Solos, why they split up. Many questions left unanswered. I would like to know. That's the bare minimum. Having new storylines and legends, new arc, that'd be nice, but I would rather have the ones that are left hanging finished first. That way, if they decide to discontinue Legends and they wrap all those ones they left hanging up, then at least we have an ending. At least we have the final story. Because you don't have the final story. We don't know what happens between Crucible and the first issue of the Legacy comic. We have no idea. And that's probably the era people care the most about anyway. Dawn of the Jedi, there's a lot of stuff we could expand. Here's me. I just want to see more stories in the original universe. And honestly, this thing you gotta understand, for those of you new canon folks who are currently reading, you gotta understand. I have no desire to relearn the Star Wars universe. I don't want to. I have no desire to do that again, considering if Star Wars got rebooted once, it's gonna happen again. So I see no reason to bother learning the lore. Especially since the movies are going to trample the books anyway at some point. Because they're not going to be able to do this multimedia thing with Star Wars. Especially when, if my predictions come true, they'll do the Marvel route. They'll do 2 to 3 movies a year at one point. But that's not a subject of this video. The thing is, you guys are asking for something that's way more expensive than what we're asking for. And the fact that you guys are calling us not true fans because we don't accept the new direction, I think it's complete horse shit. So, our Marvel fans who hate the cinematic universe and any of the new comics, I'm not going to talk about how bad Marvel has gotten recently because I haven't read the comics. Those who hate where the direction of Marvel's going, are they not true Marvel fans? Or Ninja Turtle fans who don't like any of the new series, are they not real fans? Get the fuck out of here with that real fan bullshit. That kind of shit is what causing the rip in the first place. And you people who are doing that is why this shit is continuing. I'm not saying that there aren't some bad apples in our movement. But damn it, with over thousands or millions of people, you expect everyone to be perfect? And for those of you who think we're only a small group, I guarantee you there's a lot more people than you fucking think want the expanded universe continued. But because of you people, they don't feel comfortable being a fan out in the open. Hell, some people left Star Wars altogether because of people like you. Think about what your actions, the consequences. Think about it. Alienating people, doesn't matter what side, is a bad thing. If this crap did not happen, I'd be more willing to maybe give the new canon a chance, but I don't want any part in it. If this is their attitude, it's either one or the other. Screw you. I believe both can coexist. It's very possible. And why Disney won't continue the original expanded universe, I'll do a video for another day. It's ego. I'd have to admit that they were wrong. And it's the very fact that you guys are fighting so hard against us just to get when what we want doesn't cost shit compared to what you guys want is beyond me. If you're going to tell us to get over it, then I have one counterpoint. Get over the fucking prequels. Get over how bad the prequels were to you. Get over your disappointment of the prequels. Because if you're not going to do that, you need to shut the fuck up about EU fans not getting over it. Fuck you. Hypocrites. Anyway, let's get on to the main subject of the video, the last part, the billboard. For the most part, we've gotten good reception from good press. But then there's some people who are talking shit about the billboard. And of course, this was expected. But one thing that really irks me, when they say, "Oh, the money you used towards the billboard could have been used for Force for Change." Please, $4,000 is really going to help that shit. How about you freaking do that? How about you, the people who criticize us? How about you put your money towards charity instead of spending money on Star Wars books? Where the fuck you spend your money on? It is our money, and we can do what the fuck we want with it. The joke is on you. You just didn't expect us to get as positive press we did. And you know what? We did a pretty damn good job. Honestly. We're not asking more than just to get our stories continued. And it's very infuriating, the ignorance. We're not asking it to be canon again. Anyone who's seen the billboard, it says Disney/Lucasfilm. Please continue the original expanded universe, the epic story that lasted till 1976 through 2014. Thank you. It is such a simple message. And the very fact you got people misinterpreting it is so ridiculous. But we made our point. I believe we're one step closer to getting our stories continued. The thing I have to ask you people who are against this, why does it matter that we get Legends? For those of you who are fans of the EU, who are reading the new canon, who are against this for some fucking reason, why are you against this? Why? Why? That's the question I ask. What do you gain? If anything, Star Wars fans have more to gain because it's more Star Wars. It's more content. I mean, it's only like, what is 1 or 2 books a year for Legends going to do to the new canon? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. And it's ridiculous how people are so up in arms over this because people just don't really want anything to do with the new canon. And here's another thing you guys need to fucking get your heads out of your asses. There's people in the movement who read the new canon too. And they want more Legends. They want the storylines they've read for years, finished. So it isn't just the Legends fans that want the EU continued. There's some people who are reading the new canon too who want it continued. There's nothing wrong with that. But this isn't to the people who read the new canon exclusively. These are more people who who have never touched a Star Wars comic or book in their life that are claiming they're bigger fans than those who've spent thousands of hours reading these books, the source books. I can go to say that they're the bigger fans of Star Wars, but that would make me look like a hypocrite. If you watch just one movie and you're a fan of and you love Star Wars and you're a fan of Star Wars, regardless how much you've read, how much you've watched, this true fan bullshit needs to end. And I believe that Billboard is a good step in the right direction to get new Legends books, actually, and I believe we do have a little ways to go. I think I want to... shit, my freaking thoughts are all over the place, but whatever. This wasn't scripted. I'm going to end this with this. How toxic this fandom has become is a bad thing. And I believe this goes for everyone. It's mainly towards the people with the anti-troll pages on Facebook and Twitter and all those YouTube shit. The way you act towards EU fans and fellow fans, Star Wars fans in general, who aren't with the new stuff, is very poisonous. And you're driving potential people who would be willing to give the new stuff away. You don't mock something that people love and expect them to welcome the new stuff with open arms. You can't. That's insane to expect that. Because how are they going to feel comfortable being fans of the old watching the new stuff or reading the new stuff when on the back of their mind, they're fans of the old stuff too, but they can't really be a fan out in the open because they'll be mocked and say it's not canon, get over it, vice versa. You guys are going to help kill this fandom, and when Star Wars does die, when Disney kills the franchise off for good, when it leaves it to rot, who's going to pick up the pieces until Star Wars gets revived again? If it ever gets revived again. Who will be one of the people responsible for killing this franchise? It will be you. Think about that next time you do the shit that you do. This is Darcenovia, over and out. And may the Force be with you.